A few years ago, something happened that still makes me cringe every time I think about it. I had just landed an amazing new job, and my boss, someone I was trying hard to impress, invited me and my husband over for dinner at her place. I was thrilled, but also nervous. My husband, bless his heart, is a sweet man, but he has a knack for doing really dumb things. It's never malicious, just impulsive and, well, unpredictable. By the time the dinner rolled around, I was so anxious that I almost told my boss he couldn't make it. But when I floated the idea, she looked genuinely disappointed. "Oh no," she said. "I've already planned a dinner for 3. I reassured her he'd be there, all the while praying he wouldn't embarrass me. We arrived on time, and everything started off smoothly. To my surprise, it was just the 3 of us, which actually helped calm my nerves a bit. Fewer people meant fewer chances for my husband to do something unusual. The conversation flowed, the food was incredible, and I was just beginning to relax when everything took a dramatic, mortifying turn. By the way, my name is Hannah. I'm 25 years old, and I absolutely love Reddit stories. But here's the thing. I enjoy listening to stories more than reading them. That's why I decided to create this channel, to bring these stories to life and share my passion with you. Together, we'll dive into these tales, discuss them, and explore all the twists and turns. I'll be uploading 1 to 3 stories daily, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all the new content. Now, let's get back to today's story. My boss stepped into the kitchen to check on dessert, and I noticed something strange out of the corner of my eye. You know that feeling when you sense something odd but can't quite process it? That was me. I turned to look at my husband and froze. He was holding his steak in his hand. Yes, in his hand, hovering it a few inches above his plate. Before I could say anything or even fully grasp what was happening, he threw it. Not a little toss, mind you. He hurled it baseball style across the room, straight at the dining room window. The steak hit the glass with a loud smack and slowly slid down, leaving a greasy trail in its wake. I sat there in stunned silence, my brain short-circuiting as I tried to comprehend what I'd just witnessed. My husband, meanwhile, looked as horrified as I felt, staring at me with wide eyes as if to say, "What have I done?" Then I heard it. My boss's footsteps heading back toward the dining room. Panic set in. It didn't matter why he had done it. There was no time to figure that out. All I knew was that we were about to face an impossibly awkward situation. When she walked in and saw the steak on the windowsill, there was the longest, most excruciating silence of my life. My boss stared at the steak. I stared at my husband. My husband stared at, well, nothing, because he was clearly trying to dissociate from reality. Finally, he mumbled something about being a klutz and tried to laugh it off. Then, to my absolute disbelief, he looked at me as if expecting me to back him up. I stayed silent, letting him sink into the awkwardness he had created. He half-heartedly cleaned the window, retrieved his steak, and sat back down. Mercifully, my boss changed the subject, asking me something about work. We both jumped on the opportunity, pretending he wasn't even there. It was like we had silently agreed that ignoring him was the only way to salvage the evening. The second we got into the car, my husband started babbling, trying to explain himself. Turns out, he didn't like how the steak was cooked. It was too rare for his taste, and, get this, he thought the window was open. Yes, my husband genuinely believed that throwing his steak out a third-story window was a reasonable solution. For the record, my husband isn't crazy or on the spectrum. He's just impulsive in ways that are usually harmless, saying something slightly inappropriate, for example. This, though? This was a whole new level of absurd. Looking back, I can laugh about it, mostly, but in the moment, let's just say it was an unforgettable dinner for all the wrong reasons. So, what do you guys think? Was this the most awkward dinner disaster ever, or do you have a story that could top it? I need to know how you would have handled this situation. Would you have tried to save your husband, or just let him face the music? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm reading every single one, and hey, if you enjoyed this story or just got a good laugh, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss more wild stories like this one. Trust me, we've got plenty more where this came from. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, hopefully with fewer flying steaks.